Hey there, Cy Rodriguez here, and I am here to share some more stuff with you. And I'm just realizing now that I wanted to really think about what I wanted to share with you, and I didn't do that because I was trying to figure out a way to set up this smartphone so I didn't have to hold it in my hands while I was talking with you. And so I don't even know if you can see my head right now, or my face, or any part of me for that matter. But I'm sure hoping you can. But today is day 17 of 21 days for the 21-day challenge I'm doing to speak with you uninhibited, sharing. And I'm amazed at how fast the 17 days has gone. And I'm inspired by how fast it's gone. And I want to express to you that I hope that you will take on some challenge for yourself if you're not already doing something that will challenge you, and realize that if you just start to do it, the time's going to go by anyway. No matter how hard of a challenge it is, it's going to go by fast, and it's going to change your life. And if you have the perfect life and you don't want to change your life, then maybe you don't need to do a challenge. But if you're unhappy with your life on some level, or if you just want to do something that you haven't done before, or that you think would be good for you to do, then I recommend you just go for it, because it's going to change your life and in unforeseeable ways. And I can tell you from my experience of doing this that the time goes fast, but it doesn't mean that it's easy, but it gets easier. And knowing that you're going to do it without having any excuses, it's something amazing how it affects your mind to be accomplishing this thing and doing this thing that you wouldn't have otherwise done in spite of everything else that's going on in your life. And for me, doing this has been the most difficult time ever that I could possibly do this, because so many things have come up. I've almost had no time, and I'm doing it still. That's amazing. And I love that. And I want you to do something like that and experience that for yourself, because it's unbelievably awesome how it makes you feel. And it's exciting. And that being said, so many changes are taking place in my life right now. And I have so many work opportunities. I'm not necessarily getting paid a lot for all of these work opportunities, but some of them I'm getting paid pretty good for, and by some people's standards, a lot. And I needed it right now. But it's just funny to me to think about the way that I've been living my life and how many things I'm doing, and how sometimes there's not very much money and sometimes there's a lot of money, but it's the amount of types of work that I'm doing is just unbelievable. And so I will say that I'm thankful for that, because I know a lot of people don't have very many opportunities. But that being said, just so you understand, I don't have a college degree. I did go to college for a couple of years, and I have a massage certification, and but I don't have I don't build buildings. I'm not like an engineer of some kind. So I don't have like some kind of technical skill or trade skill that I could fall on and do. So I'm doing all kinds of stuff that doesn't involve me actually having some specified skill that I was trained for. Although I am doing some things that I'm trained for, like massage, along with a lot of other things. But it really does tell you that there's always stuff out there that you can do. The question is really how much stuff do you want to do? And do you want to commit yourself to a whole bunch of different things when you could really be focusing your energy on a couple of things or a few things and become really good at those things? And that's what the lesson is for me. And I already knew this, but I just see it so much now that I'm doing so many things in such a broad way that I want to narrow it down. And I've also realized from this how valuable time is. And I knew that already, and I know I've said things about this before, but my time has become just so valuable to me that I feel like I'm not wasting any. And that doesn't mean that I'm being some diligent fellow who's accomplishing such great things, but I'm not taking my time for granted. And I realize I love my family so much, even though I already knew that too. And I love being around them, even if I'm not able to like do stuff with them all the time. If I'm around them, that's so valuable to me. So maybe my biggest value is just being free enough to not have to be on somebody else's schedule on a regular basis. And I kind of have had a life like that for a while, but I want to go all the way with that. That's one of my biggest values, is freedom. And that's just to be where I want, when I want, with who I want, and not have anybody telling me what to do. Asking me what to do, that's great, but not telling me what to do. And all of these things, so much to share. There's like 100 million things that I could share with you right now. But right now, I just want to share with you the good news. Did you know that the definition of gospel, the gospel is the good news? So in the Bible, when the disciples of Jesus were sharing the gospel, they were just sharing the good news. So speaking of which, I did something that's really outside of my norm right now, because I was raised Catholic, and I've always wanted to believe that it was true, and I have taken it to heart that Jesus is real on some level, and even that Jesus could be like the Son of God in the sense that he's different than us, and that maybe he even really resurrected from the dead. But do I believe this in a logical way? No, I don't believe it. I can't believe this stuff. But I do have a faith. And the reason I have this faith is because I've went out there and experienced a lot of different things and tried a lot of different types of understanding of life. And the one that has given me the most joy and the one that has given me the most reward is the one that involves me being in a relationship with Jesus, where I actually feel thankful for Jesus having died on the cross for the sake of everybody else. And I feel like that's a uniting factor. And I'm not here to preach to you at all. In fact, I'm not the kind of person that likes to push this on anybody. I'm just sharing with you who I truly am. But the more crazy thing that I've done for me, because I have questioned the whole Catholic idea in the sense of the dogma, saying the rosary has been something that I haven't really thought was something I wanted to do for a number of reasons. But because I have had such difficulties in my life recently, I started to say the rosary. And I think I said it for 5 days in a row now or something like that. And what I can say is that for whatever reason, even if it's a placebo effect, that saying the rosary for the last 5 days has given me something. And again, the only reason I'm saying this is to be true. Like in a very basic way, like if I wanted to make money, for example, like I wouldn't be talking about my religious beliefs or my religious practices, because I would think that might make you think that I'm somebody that I'm not, and you might not want to be around me, or you might judge me. So me sharing this has nothing to do with preaching. Again, it's about speaking freely and sharing with you who I am. And that's all. And so this is the greatest thing, to be able to express yourself freely and just have people know who you really are. So that being said, just want to say thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time.